flash, bright like a roaring fight. Glittering dreams under stadium lights. Sweat and fire, hearts ignite. Evening sports buffet, let the games replay. Highlights while scores collide. It's a riot live tonight. Lace drawn, bold on the chalkboard slate. Rivals clash, it's a heavyweight fate.
Oh, yes,
Every
here's on next
second
Tuesday. It's
counted,
forward.
can't wait.
Oh, wow.
Evening sports buffet.
Welcome to another edition of Origin Special Service Jamestown. Jamestown, that's your host.
While scores collide, it's a riot live
You enjoy the national championship
tonight.
yesterday.
Lace drawn, bold on the chalkboard.
Thanks to the Ginch Quartet there for the music. Yeah, all kinds of stuff going on. But did you enjoy the national championship game yesterday? I am not a Miami Hurricanes fan, period. I just wanted a good game, and that it was. So I'll just jump right into it. It was back and forth. It was body blow, body blow, body blow, body blow. And, of course, Indiana came up with the final body blow with Miami driving the field for potential score. Again, I'm not exactly sure why Carson Beck threw that pass. You got a safety over the top. He was covered. I think he thought maybe that he threw it a little farther than he did. Not to happen. But look, Indiana was an amazing, amazing story. We may not see it again. Although, you may see it again. I think Kurt Signetti has come up with a blueprint that you don't have to spend $25 million on a roster. That if you go out and pluck guys from the transfer portal or wherever that fit your system in a certain system, they don't have to be blue chips. You have to be football savvy. You have to have great character. And that's what he's built in 2 years at Indiana. Now we'll see if he can sustain it. Again, Indiana winning a national title. I never thought I'd see something like this in my lifetime. But with NIL, the transfer portal, XYZ, anybody in the field can win a national title. Carson Beck was 19 of 32, 232 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Mark Fletcher Jr. had a good night, 17 for 112 and 2 rushing touchdowns. Malachi Toney, 10 receptions, 122 and a tutty. Mohamed Toure with 11 total tackles. And look, was Fernando Mendoza spectacular? No, he was 16 to 27, 186, no touchdowns, and more importantly, no picks. Kalen Black and Roman Hemby, collectively 36 carries for 139 yards. Omar Cooper Jr., 5 catches, 71 yards. Defensively, Lewis Moore with 7 total tackles. You go to the team stats, again, evenly played. Again, the one turnover in the end hurt, obviously, because that ended the game. Indiana controlled the clock. They outrushed Miami. Miami won the yardage, but Miami was 311 on third down. So Indiana's defense, when they had to be stout, they were stout. Indiana was 6 of 16 on third down. And again, it's not like Miami didn't have a chance to win. They battled back. Indiana would punch, Miami would counterpunch. Indiana would punch, Miami would counterpunch. So, just an extraordinary game. Excuse me. But Indiana 16-0. The first team to go 16-0. I think it was since Yale, since I think it was 1896 or 1898, somewhere in there. And again, I think Signetti has come up with a blueprint how he wants his program run. And again, when you win national titles at a place like Indiana, where do you think top-notch players will want to go. Some of them, maybe they won't. I don't know. But you want to play. You want to play for a coach like that. Indiana is well disciplined. They're well coached. They form tackle. They block well. Receivers block well. Downfield blocking defensively. For the most part, they are all in their gaps. They're all playing their zone coverage. Just one of those seasons that will be talked about for generations. Generations upon generations. So congratulations to Indiana and the whole Hoosier Nation. So big time win. Natty. We'll see how far Cignetti can take this. So we'll see. I'm going to see how this goes because I've been having some technical issues with my electronic devices. But ESPN came up with their way too early rankings for 2026, which is buffoonish. I'm not even going to go over them because it's asinine. So big kudos to Indiana for getting the job done. Let's go to the news and notes from around the world in sports today. Alberto Mendoza is leaving Indiana. He is to sign with Georgia Tech. People are saying, "Oh, there's trouble already after they won the national title." No, there's not. No, there's not. It's a hard act to follow. Now, your brother and the team goes 16-0, and you win a natty, and he's just a freshman. He wants to follow his own path. How do you top what his brother just did in Indiana? Probably not going to. So him going to Georgia Tech under Brett Key, I think he'll have a decent shot at carving his own path there. I don't have a problem with this. Why? Just because they won the natty and it's your brother, oh, there's trouble at Indiana. No, it's not. He wants to forge his own path. He already has a national title as a backup to his brother. Now he wants to go forge his own path. He doesn't want to follow up because how are you going to top that? Whatever quarterback plays, and he doesn't want to do it. I do not have a problem with it. John Harbaugh says that the Giants' power structure is being overblown. Reported by Jordan Rannon, ESPN. Harbaugh said, "To me, it's really not that important in the big picture, in the big scheme of things. I think it's kind of overblown in terms of how it works, but the main thing is that it works and we work together. That's kind of what I was used to, and it felt like a good way to start off. I think we're all going to work together. I promise you, we all report to the boss, and the boss is ownership." So, yeah, do I think Harbaugh is going to work miracles in his first year? Do I think they have some good pieces? Yes. It's just how does he mesh everything together? And you have Dart. Dart and Scatterbo have to stay healthy. Still have Malik Neighbors. Do I think they have a good nucleus? Yes. It's how can Harbaugh bring that organization together? Duke has sued quarterback Darian Mensah. He tried to enter the transfer portal. They're trying to stop the transfer portal entry. It's reported by Mark Schleybaugh, Aspen. The judge denied a request for a temporary restraining order that would have prevented him from entering the transfer portal. Darren Heitner, Mensah's attorney, told ESPN that Durham County, North Carolina Superior Court Judge Michael Ofladuha ruled from the bench Tuesday pending a written ruling and denied Duke's request that Mensah be enjoined from entering the transfer portal. Heitner said Duke is expected to enter Mensa into the transfer portal Wednesday. He said, quote unquote, the judge, a Duke basketball season ticket holder and thus a booster, also recused himself from future proceedings. As a result, a different judge, Ed Wilson, will rule on Duke's request for relief that would prevent Mensa from enrolling at another school, playing at another school, and licensing his name, image, and likeness to another school. Heitner said Wilson is scheduled to hear the case on February 2nd, but Mensa's team will push to move the dates. Again, did NCAA and the powers that be, did they not come up with different scenarios such as this? Again, you opened up Pandora's box, and you're not going to be able to close it. Excuse me, allergies. Reported by Ramona Shelburne, Espin. Sources have said in meeting with the Knicks, Brunson calls on Knicks to fix their poor play. They were down 75-45 at the half. Was it yesterday? To the Mavs. Josh Hart said we all need to do some soul searching. KT meetings, XYZ, things are about to blow up internally. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. From the world of soccer, reported by ESPN News Services, the Champions League kicked off again today. And Mr. Erling Haaland, he has slammed his Man City teammates for an embarrassing loss to Bodo Glimt. They lost 3-1. He said, quote unquote, after the game, I don't have the answers. I took full responsibility of not being able to score the goals I should do. I just apologize to everyone, every single Man City supporter and every single supporter that traveled today, because in the end, it's embarrassing. Bodo, they played some incredible football. In the end, it was well deserved. Honestly, I don't know what to say because I don't have the answers, and what I can say is sorry. So Man City in a little bit of a funk, which I'm sure they'll play their way out of it. Interesting news from the world of golf. Michael Lasasso has joined the Live Golf tournament. He has forfeited his Masters eligibility. So the reigning golf champion has decided to join Live Golf. He has foregone his eligibility to play in the Masters. He said in a statement today, it's a rare opportunity to learn from one of the greatest players in the history of the game, and I don't take that lightly. Lasasso signed with Phil Mickelson's led High Flyers Golf Club. Live Golf allows me to compete at the highest level on a global stage, and I thrive in a team environment, especially one with the camaraderie and support that defines High Flyers Golf Club. So the nip and tug between the PGA and Live continues. Reported by the Associated Press, Phillies president, I always forget what his name is, Dave Dombrowski, has said that Phillies losing out to the Mets for Bo Bichette was a gut punch. He said, quote unquote, it's a gut punch. You feel it. That day you are very upset. I guess it's the way to say it. You have to pick yourself up and shake it off. You can't just wallow in what took place. He went on to say, I can't say that we ever thought it was done. There's a difference. We thought we were very close to having a done deal. We thought it was going to happen, but it wasn't done. I know Phillies fans are not happy. Not at all. So we'll see what they do going forward. Indiana obviously topped the final rankings of the AP poll. I was looking for the final AP poll, but it's not showing me for some reason. I'm still looking for it here. Oh, here it is. So your final AP poll stands as this. TCU is 25th. North Texas, 24th. Navy, 23rd. Houston, 22nd. Michigan was 21st. USC, 20th. James Madison is 19th. Tulane was 18th. Iowa, 17th. Virginia, 16th. Vandy, 15th. Utah, 14th. Oklahoma, 13th. Texas, 12th. BYU, 11th. Notre Dame finished 10th. Alabama, 9th. Texas A&M, 8th. Texas Tech 7th, Georgia 6th, Ohio State 5th, Oregon 4th, Ole Miss 3rd. Miami finished 2nd, and Indiana, the unanimous, obviously, national title, 16-0. So congratulations again to them. NFL news. Now the Packers have released Trayvon Diggs. I'm not even going to. It's why did you sign him then? That made no sense. No sense at all. The Tennessee Titans are hiring 49ers Robert Saleh as the new head coach. Good luck there. Although the Titans did play well the second half of the season. They were coming around. Interesting to see what he's going to do in a second go around, head coaching wise. So we'll see on that front. Let's go to the NBA. Went over some of this stuff yesterday. Again, according to the Associated Press, Lamar Odom's difficult life journey continues. He was arrested on suspicion of DUI in Nevada. Hope he can finally get it corrected. LeBron James is not an all-star game starter. Okay. Did you think he was going to be the rest of his career? No. Scores from yesterday. The Bucks beat the Hawks 112-110. For the Bucks, the leading scorer was Giannis. He had 17 rebounds as well. For the Hawks, the leading scorer was Mr. Alexander Walker with 32 points, and Mr. Johnson had 16 boards. Spurs beat the Jazz 123-110. For the Jazz, the leading scorer was Mr. George with 30 points. Mr. Love added 11 rebounds. For the Spurs, leading scorer was Wembanyama, go figure. He had 33 and 10 boards. Pistons beat the Celtics 104-103. Leading scorer for the Celtics was Mr. Jaylen Brown with 32 points. He had 11 boards. For Detroit, leading scorer was Tobias Harris with 25. Thunder waxed the Cavs 136-104. Leading scorer for the Thunder, go figure, it was SGA. For Cleveland, your leading scorer was Donovan Mitchell with 19 points, and Mr. Tyson added 10 boards. Clippers over the Wizards 110-106. Leading scorer for the Clippers was James Harden with 36 points. Zubac added 12 boards, having quietly a good year. For the Wizards, leading scorer was Mr. Sarr with 28 points. Mavericks beat the Knicks 114-97. Leading scorer for the Mavs was Mr. Christie with 26 points. For the Knicks, your leading scorers were Karl Anthony Towns with 22, Jalen Brunson with 22, Karl Anthony Towns with 18 boards, Mr. Robinson with 14 boards. 76ers beat the Pacers 113-104. Leading scorer for the Pacers was Mr. Nembhard with 25 points. Naismith added 11 boards. For the 76ers, leading scorer was Joel Embiid, 30 points. Suns beat the Nets 126-117. Leading scorer for the Suns with 27 points, Dylan Brooks, is having a resurgence. And for the Nets, the leading scorer is Michael Porter Jr. with 23. And the Warriors beat the Heat 135 to 112. Leading scorer for the Heat was Norman Powell with 21 points. Adebayo added 12 boards. The Golden State Warriors leading scorer was Stephen Curry with 19. In the association tonight, just tipped off. Suns at the 76ers. It's 8-6 early, 76ers. Later on, Spurs Rockets, Clippers Bulls, Timberwolves at the Jazz, Lakers at the Nuggets, Raptors at the Warriors, Heat at the Kings. NHL action from yesterday. Wild beat the Maple Leafs 6-3. Blackhawks beat the Jets 2-0. Devils beat the Flames 2-1. Hurricanes beat the Sabres 2-1. Avalanche beat the Capitals 5-2. Penguins beat the Kraken 6-3. Sharks beat the Panthers 4-1. Flyers beat the Golden Knights 2-1. Islanders beat the Canucks 4-3. Ducks beat the Rangers 5-3. Excuse me. It's this weather. In the National Hockey League tonight, the Wild and the Canadians are in the first 0-0. Sharks Lightning in the first 0-0. In the first, Senators Blue Jackets tied at 1 apiece. Later on, Bruins at the Stars, Blues at the Jets, Sabres at the Predators, Devils at the Oilers, and the Rangers are at the Kings. NCAA men's basketball yesterday, there was no top 25 action. Tonight, a little bit different story. Right now in the first, number 3 Michigan is up on Indiana 17-4. Number 9 Iowa State up on UCF 23-12. Number 16 Florida up on LSU 17-12 in the first. Early on in the first, number 18 Clemson over NC State 20-19. In the first, number 24 St. Louis up on Duquesne right now 19-17. In the first, number 25 Miami of Ohio is up on Kent State 21-11. Later on, number 10 Michigan State at Oregon. Number 12 Texas Tech at Baylor. Number 15 Vandy at number 20 Arkansas. Number 21 Georgia is at Mizzou. Number 4 Purdue's at UCLA. And number 19 Kansas is at Colorado. Bill Self was hospitalized again. He's had some issues with his heart, with stents. Hopefully he can recover. Illinois guard Kylan Boswell, he will miss at least a month. He broke his right hand, so big loss for Illinois. We go to the women's side. Top 25 action yesterday. I mentioned all those games in my show yesterday. Tonight, because tonight, whoa. No top 25 action tonight that I'm seeing. None. I was looking over some of the other NCAA stuff. Of course, Vegas is coming out with their odds. They have the Hoosiers, the Buckeyes, the Longhorns, and the Fighting Irish as top college football playoff title odds contenders next year. So if you want to know, if you want to throw money on them now, Michigan and Ole Miss are plus 4,000. USC and Oklahoma are plus 3,500. Miami's plus 2,000. Alabama's plus 1,800. Texas A&M plus 1,600. Texas Tech is plus 1,400. LSU plus 1,200. Georgia's plus 900. Oregon plus 800. Notre Dame, Texas are at plus 750. And Indiana, Ohio State plus 700. Some other. Oh, Let's go to, again, there were Champions League games on today. There was a slew of them. Trying to find it here. Yes, the games from today. Arsenal beat Inter Milan 3-1. Club Brugge beat Kairat Almaty 4-1. Bodo Glimt with the big upset over Man City 3-1. Copenhagen won, Napoli won. Olympiacos beat Leverkusen 2-0. Real Madrid hammered Monaco 6-1. Sporting over PSG 2-1. Spurs beat Dortmund 2-0. Ajax beat Villarreal 2-1. There are games on tomorrow. I am trying to find what the schedule is tomorrow. I'm still looking for it here. Games tomorrow, FK, Karabag, and Frankfurt will face off. Galatasaray and Atletico, and Atlanta and Athletic. Chelsea and Papos, Bayern and Union SG. Juventus, Benfica, Marseille and Liverpool, Newcastle, PSV, Slavia Prague, and Barcelona, like I said. And then Wednesday it will pick up again. We'll save that for Wednesday. So, again, I think I'm going to end it there. A short show tonight. Again, college football over with. We're down to the Final Four for the NFL. NFL is quickly coming to an end, and then it'll be off to the NHL and NBA and soccer and whatever sport you can fill your needs with. So again, congratulations to Indiana. Just a memorable season, outstanding season, just one for the record books, one that people will talk about for generations and generations and generations. Again, I will end it there. As I end each show, practice compassion, practice empathy, have passion for what you do. Hug somebody every once in a while. You might make their day. Tell somebody you love them. You might not get a second opportunity. And for Christ's sake, if you see somebody struggling in any fashion, ask questions, inquire about what's wrong, what can you do to get them help, how can you help, pick their brains about what is wrong, because you might not just be saving a life, you might be saving multiple lives. So with all that being said, check on your elderly, check on your pets. It's cold as hell out. And then we're going to have a little bit of a warm up, and then we're going to have about another week and a half of brutal temperatures. Keep your eye on the storm for this weekend. I think the bulk of it's going to stay south of where we are here in PA, but we'll see. We shall see. So have a good night, everybody. There's only one thing left to do. And that's for Danny Don to take me out.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.